So let's talk about Melee a little bit here. So I'm sure pretty much everybody here, almost everybody here, has played Melee at some point in time, right? So unless you turn Rumble off. Yeah, Rumble is awesome, dude. I always leave Rumble on.
Really?
But yeah. I don't know.
Hey man, it's your choice.
It's immersive.
Oh yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, cool. Okay. So let's go ahead and start.
Okay.
With Melee.
We're playing Super Smash Bros. Melee, and we want to do an intro on it because next week we're going to do some higher level breakdowns. Although we're going to have a guest to help us with that.
Yeah, exactly. Bobby Scar, who is pretty well known in the community. So I went on a podcast for him and stuff like that, and talked with him and stuff like that. So yeah, he's going to be on here. We're going to go over some high level matches, talk about what to look for, and basically just kind of hit up what are the important things in a competitive match and see like the key moments, because that's always the big thing, right? When you watch something, you want to know what's considered amazing and what's considered run of the mill,
right,
and stuff, because you'll see crazy things and you're like, oh my god, that was nuts, and everyone's like, that's just...
He did a dragon punch in the dash toward, and he did
the
cinematic
exactly.
thing.
Like, whoa, look at that was awesome, right? So,
and of course, the reason that we're doing this is because Melee is going to be at EVO.
Yes.
And it's, if you recall, there was that gigantic campaign to get Melee in, where they ended up spending something like $90,000, or donating something like $90,000 to make that happen. So we don't want it to just show up at EVO and for nobody to know what's going on outside of people who are dedicated Smash players. We'd like to kind of introduce it to people, so that when you watch it, you can, as James said, enjoy it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to basically show you guys, and today we're going to do some super basic stuff. We're going to talk about very, very basic things and try to get into a little bit more of the high level stuff. And if you guys have played this game before, a lot of this is going to seem like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you guys are talking about this.
That's the point.
Yep.
If you already know the game, then that's great. But what we'd like to do is, as we said, is to introduce it to people who might not know it.
Right, exactly. So the way that this game works here is that, it's a party game, right? It was designed to have 4 players. You guys all beat each other up on the stage here. You have all those characters that you could choose from. And you're supposed to it's supposed to be like a nice little free-for-all. Now, fortunately, the game is customizable enough that what people have done is that they've managed to take this game and configure it in such a way that it is as competitive as possible. So basically they've tried to eliminate most of the luck factors. They put it in there so that it's a game of pure skill and such. And, this game gets a lot of bad reputations because they're like, oh, it's got Mario and Yoshi and we can't take this game seriously and all this stuff like that. But to be honest with you, the technical level of this game is ridiculous. It's off the charts. Some of the stuff that you have to do in this game, the amount of inputs that you have to do in this game is very, very high. A lot of people don't believe it is, but, I'm going to attempt some high-level stuff later today, but I'm not good at any of it, so we'll see how that goes. But
right, yeah, we're not competitive players.
Yeah, just to give you an idea of how hard it is, so...
Well, okay, but let's start off with the super, super basics, rather than going right into craziness.
Okay. So basically, the easiest way to start with this game is, what is the goal of this game? You can see that at the bottom of the screen that there is... actually, I could probably do something here, which is kind of cool. Okay, the screen is going to freeze on you guys. Sorry about that. Okay, no, I'm not going to be able to do that. Okay, no worries. Okay, so the easiest way to start, the easiest way to... describe this game. So you look at the bottom of the screen right now and you see those percentages down there. So this is a little backwards from most of the fighting games that you're used to. In normal fighting games, you start with a full health bar, you get it drained until you die, pretty much. And once it's drained all the way, that's when you get defeated that round. In Smash Brothers, the way they typically play it is with stock. So the standard is 4 stock, I believe. So it's 4 stock for each player. And every time you, quote-unquote, die, you lose a stock. And the first person to lose all their stock is defeated. The other person wins. Now, how do you drain a stock off of a player, right? So the first thing that you've got to do is start damaging your opponent. And if you watch, as I keep hitting Bowser here, you see his life building up a little bit more and more. So if I start here at 0%, I'm going to charge up this. Just trust me, this is a very powerful attack, okay? So I'm going to charge this up, and you see how short distance that Bowser flew. Now, he took 24 damage, though, right? So as you keep taking damage, you fly farther and farther and farther. So he just flew a little bit farther here. But now if I reset it, I'm going to put the computer damage to something like 120 here. So I'm going to set this to 120. I'm going to run over here and hit him the exact same way I did last time. Boom! And you see how far... And in fact, I launched him so far, he fell off the playing field and he died.
So that's how you take a stock, is by making it so that the opponent falls out of the playing stage. That can happen on the top or on the side or on the bottom. If you just have him... Yeah, there you go. You can have him go up. He can just fall straight down as well if you just push him off the side.
If I walk over here, you can also die down at the bottom of the screen. So as long as you fall out of the borders of the game, you lose a stock. So what you're trying to do then here is the whole entire time is just try to do as much damage to your opponent as possible. And once you start getting the damage built up, then you can really go for the kill and take them out. So there's almost kind of like this flow of the game. Early on, you're trying to hit them with smaller things, trying to do lighter combos and up their damage as much. And then once you get them to the higher damage, that's when you start trying to use the stronger attacks to knock them off the screen. And different characters have different, different abilities to knock people off. Obviously, there's characters that are a lot stronger than other characters. Mario will knock a character at 21% a certain distance, but if Donkey Kong hit him, for example, it's going to launch him a lot farther. So, is there any questions before I keep moving on? So what do you want to go to next? Just like normal attacks?
Yeah, we can just talk about what the inputs are.
Okay.
Sure.
So the game actually can be played in total with only 3 buttons.
Can you put me back on human?
Yeah. You can actually play it with only 3 buttons. Now, there's a lot of shortcut buttons on here that'll help you with that. But essentially, the 3 main buttons that you're going to be looking at are A, B, which is... So A is all your normal attacks, is the way to think about it. There's B, which are your, quote, special moves. And then there's a shield. So basically, if you hold one of the shoulder... And either of the shoulder buttons, you will guard. And you will basically defend from opponent attacks that way. And I'll get into what just happened to David in just a little bit. And there's also extra buttons. So there's a throw button as well, so that you can grab people and throw people. This can also be accomplished by holding guard and hitting A. There is also jumping with the Y and the X button, but you can also jump using up. So literally everything that you can do can be done with just those 3 buttons, A, B, and the shoulder buttons, but they have a lot of other buttons to help. And in fact, most people will use the jump button because at the highest levels you need to use the jump button because for things like wave dashing and stuff like that. So
when you say that there are normal attacks and special attacks as just a way to think about the A and B button, obviously there's stand, right? Mm-hmm. Down, toward, right? You can do up as well. There are all these different directions that you can do, right? It's not just one. Yeah, so instead of having 6 buttons for 6 normal moves or 5 buttons for 5 normal moves, A button does all the normal moves, and you get them just by tapping A, and then there's 2 things to keep in mind about this game. There's a concept of tilt, and there's a concept of smash, right? So tilting means if you just kind of nudge the controller to one of the directions. So for example here, there's a lot of analog games. Like you've played 3D games before, right? If you hold the analog stick slightly, you walk slower like this. But if I quickly tap to the edge, I start running. So there's a great example of the difference between tilt and smash. Right? So with normal moves, there's neutral A, there's tilt towards A, which makes me do this funky kick like this, and Bowser do that punch. And then there's smash towards A,
right? And I'll call it forward because that's the official terminology for forward A. Towards I'm used to from Street Fighter because there's a kick named forward, which got everyone confused, right?
Right.
So there's always tilt A and smash A, right? And so you can do tilt A in very different ways. You can hold the controller in the direction, move first, and then you can go all the way to the edge, and you'll still get the tilt attacks. So the only way to get a smash is if you literally hit the direction and the button at the same time.
Yeah, you have to go all the way to the side, right? Mm-hmm. That's what makes it a smash. You have to hit like the side of the stick.
Yeah. So if I smash up in A, I do a up attack. If I hit smash down in A, I do a low attack. And if I smash side in A, I do a horizontal smash attack.
Right.
But, like, for example, if I just want to do my tilt down attack like this, I just move the controller slowly down. You know what I mean? I don't move it all the way to the edge.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it quickly. You just have to not go all the way to the edge,
right.
as you can see.
Right.
I'm just pressing down and doing it.
Yeah, you can also delay your button very slightly even after the smash, and you'll get a tilt attack. So if you hit down and then A, you'll get a tilt attack as opposed to the smash.
Right.
So one of the advantages of smash normal moves, so it's almost like you can consider like tilts as being jabs, smashes as being like strongs and stuff like that. You can also charge all of your smash attacks by holding the button. Yeah. So you can consider these like the heavy attacks, I guess.
That makes it do more damage, right?
More damage and knocks them much farther. But as you can see, while I'm doing this, I'm stuck. Right. I can't do anything else, so I am completely vulnerable to getting beat up by something else, right? So, can I roll out of that? Let me see. No, you can't.
I don't think so.
So, yeah. So once you start a smash and you hold it, you're stuck holding it for the entire time. And you are super easy to avoid and dodge at this point in time. But there are still a lot of really good uses for it, and we'll get into that in a little bit later. But,
so you can tilt up, right, as well. You can tilt down.
Right.
The up one was always a little funky for me when I was a kid, but now that I'm playing again, and I've, like, in the meantime played games a lot more seriously, it's super easy. I don't know why I don't know why that was a problem for me back then.
Well, a lot of the time is also in the heat of battle. It's hard to, like,
true.
concentrate and do it. And so that's actually one of the marks of strong players is that they can do tilt A's whenever they... See, I just did a smash, and I wanted to do a tilt.
Yeah.
And, I talked about... trying to do little damage first. And tilt attacks are much better for that than smash attacks, because smash attacks, they have that startup to them. They're not super fast. Of course, this is dependent on the character and such. But in general, they're a lot slower than this attack. But if I do that, Bowser could avoid it with the myriads of avoiding technology that exists in this game. So, smash attacks are basically when you want to finish people off, when they put themselves into vulnerable positions, You almost want to consider smash attacks like your big damage combo. When someone misses an uppercut and you're like, now I get to kill you, or if you're dizzy, I get to kill you. And, tilt attacks are what you're using for pokes and getting damage and stuff like that. I'm going to try to do this in Street Fighter terminology as much as I can.
Right.
So, again, and then... on the ground, so the B button are special moves. And it's the exact same thing. You have 4 different directions for B.
Right.
You have neutral, so Mario throws a fireball. You have towards, which makes Mario whip out his cape. He'll have down, and then you also have up in B. And see, these are all different special moves. And they generally kind of fall into categories. We'll get into that a little bit. Particularly, up in B is an important category. But like I said, we'll get into that a little bit later. But so, for example, if I do up in B, I do a Mario uppercut. And if I do down in B, I do a spin attack and hit him. Mm-hmm. And, they all have little different properties. For example, if I do down in B, I can also guide myself around like this, right? If I throw a fireball... Oh, no, his fireball only goes one direction. Yeah. But a lot of characters can modify their attacks. And even like with these tilt attacks, one of the cool thing about this tilt attack is you can actually tilt it in different directions. If you look, I'm kicking diagonally up. I can also kick straight, and I can kick diagonally down.
Whoa! I honestly had no idea.
Yeah. See, now I'm kicking diagonally down.
So it's so sick.
Yeah, certain characters can do that, but not all of them can.
Let's see.
I don't know if Bowser can. But yeah, you just basically hold diagonally up, and then you can do that.
I had no idea.
Yeah, like Samus can do that too. I don't think it's particularly useful. I would be surprised if people did that on purpose in battle, but maybe they do. Maybe they do. So I don't know.
Rad, dude, that's awesome.
But usually only for those for the straight attacks you can do those, the tilt forward.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and so what you're going to hear a lot of people talk about, they're going to talk about F, U, D, and N. So that stands for neutral, forward, down, and up. And the reason why that's important is because when you jump in the air, A button is also, normal attacks.
Right.
And so neutral A, everyone calls N air or nair, right? So you hear a lot of people when they do commentary, oh, he just hit nice nair. And if you don't know what the hell they're talking about, you're just going to look at it and go like, huh? Right. Especially when you do... Okay, so when you jump in the air, you have neutral, up, you have down, you have towards. But then, if you notice something about when I'm jumping here, I can't turn around. I'm always facing the same direction, so that gives me a back.
Okay,
so
back.
When you jump, you also have a back normal move. And that's called B-air or bear. So if you hear a lot of people saying bear and fair and dare, that's kind of what it is. What do they call up air? Where?
Up air, probably.
Where, yeah.
By the way, people are saying that, in fact, the little directional control that you can put on the tilt that you were talking about is pretty useful.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nice. Okay. Cool. But in the air, you still only have the 4 special moves. There's no such thing as a back special move. Back special move will actually turn your character around. So that's actually really useful to have.
Okay.
Because you actually have to keep... Oh, does it not work for him?
No, it does.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you actually have to keep track of stuff. See, if you knock me all the way off of the floor like this... when you recover, if I'm recovering the wrong direction, I actually want to turn myself around.
Oh, yeah.
So it's easier to get myself back in there.
That makes
Doesn't
sense.
happen too often. Normally when you get launched out there, it's when someone smacks you, so you're almost always facing the right way. But just knowing that you can turn around and... for example, some characters have way better back kicks or front kicks than other people.
Right.
So sometimes if you're in the air and you're coming down and you happen to be facing the wrong way... for example, if I jump up here, I can turn around and then get a back kick like that, right? So that's actually the strategy there. But yeah, so this is literally all the attacks in the game. It's just A buttons, tilt, smash, and then in the air, and then special moves. And the special moves in the air generally do the same thing. So for example, I'll still uppercut, I'll still do the cape, I'll still throw the fireball. There are some minor changes. For example, like Bowser, if you do down and B on the ground, he jumps up and then dives. But in the air, if you do down and B, he just drops. So there's some modifications in there. And then, I was trying to think, there was something else I just remembered. Oh, that's right. Neutral A on the ground is usually, like if you mash it, you get a 3-hit combo for most characters. Bowser's only 2 hits there. But it's the fastest attack in the game. So a lot of times when you get into situations, you want to use this just to kind of beat them up, get them off of you and stuff like that. Or if you want to counter dodges or rolls, it gets more hits in there so you can counter stuff a little bit better. Oops, sorry,
what happened?
I can't do that. Nice. So some people are saying that a lot of people have faster... normals, like even down A is faster than their neutrals.
Okay.
And so that's not necessarily true. Oh, they're talking about the shine. Oh, I'm not counting special moves right now. I'm just talking about normal moves. So yeah, special moves are going to be very different. So shine hits like on first frame, right? It's like ridiculous, and it's so good. In fact, there's infinites with that if you can do it. Like I can try, it won't be pretty.
Okay.
It won't be pretty. And people are mentioning here that I haven't talked about dash attacks.
Yeah.
So when you smash on the ground and you start running, there's actually a special attack that you gain out of running mode. That's basically a dash attack. So while you're running, you will do there's a specific attack that you get out of that. If I happen to tilt and then start walking as fast as possible, like this. you will get your normal moves out.
You can't get your dash attack from that?
Yeah, you can't get your dash. You can only get the dash if you see that little white cloud appear under your feet when you start running.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So that indicates that you're running, and you just rolled right off the Ah! And Mario is dead. Bowser has won. So those are the main attacks. And then, of course, there's also throws. And throws, if you hit neutral, you do tiny bits of damage, but then the opponent can get away. So if I counter mash, I might be able to, avoid some of the damage.
What button do I mash with? Do I mash with A? Or?
A.
Yeah,
you mash with A. So after you throw, just mash with A. But then if you mash too long with A, the opponent can get away. So then after you throw them, you can hit a direction on the controller, and that will throw them.
Okay.
And you have all 4 directions you can throw. They're all different directions.
Oh, really? Back too?
Yeah, back is a different one. And in fact, back throw is actually more powerful for a lot of characters than forward throw is. I know that was for sure the case in 64, but in Melee, I'm not sure if that's exactly the situation.
Okay.
But I don't know. I've always felt like back throws are really good, which is good for you because if you get trapped near the edge and you manage to grab someone and throw them back, it usually helps you out pretty good. So people on the stream can confirm whether or not. So yes, and a lot of people are talking about the fact that I cannot use the C-stick for aerials. This is a huge, huge, huge factor, and we'll get into that a little bit. So I talked about the fact that you can do smash attacks. So the C-stick on the controller, hang on, I'm going to switch over to the screen so they can see the controller. It's going to pause on you guys for a second. But if you look at this controller here, there's this little yellow stick here, an analog stick controller over here. The reason why this thing is so powerful is because you are able to use that for free smash attacks. You just hit that direction, you'll smash in that direction.
If I'm running, do I get a smash?
I can't remember now, actually. I'll have to think about that.
We can't do it in training mode, so...
Yeah, I can't do it in training mode.
That's weird. Why would they not let you use C-stick in training?
I don't know, actually. I always remembered that, and it always bothered me because it was harder for me to practice things that way.
People say that you can smash out of a run. Okay.
And the most important...
But now people say no? Hold on. I don't know which of you is the authority and which is not.
The most important one, the thing about the C-stick, however, for me in any case, and I'm pretty sure this is the case for a lot of other people, is let's say I jump behind you. See, the thing is, once you go into the air, one of the important things I should mention about jumps is you can see I have a lot of control in the direction that I'm moving, right? So I can go left so I can go forward a lot, I can go backwards and then forward and such like that. Now watch this, so stand still really quick.
Okay.
If I jump at you and I want to do a back kick, you kind of see how I slow down my jump? Yeah. So let's say I really want to back kick you from about right here. If I jump and back kick, see how I kind of land in front of you like this? So one of the nice things about using the C-stick is that it separates the directional attack in the air from your movement. So if I'm moving forward, I can hit back on the C-stick and stay with my momentum and kick behind me.
I see.
You can jump and attack in the air without affecting your momentum. And in fact, when I played this game, outside of neutral jump attack, I don't think I ever jump attack without the C-stick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to attack in the air because then it doesn't affect your movement at all.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, oops, sorry, I gotta stop.
To get a smash out of a dash, you have to crouch cancel your dash first.
Yeah. There's crouch canceling in this game, and we'll get into that in a little bit too.
Okay, cool.
Crouch canceling is super important. You'll see a lot of players, like after they kill someone, they just run back and forth really fast, or sometimes they just do that to stay tricky in the middle of battle. Like if you try to run back and forth, you see that little skid that comes out there?
Yeah.
That's what happens when I smash the other direction. They skid, right? So the only way you can run one direction and change directions really fast is to run forward, crouch cancel, and then run the other way. So when you see a lot of people running back and forth a lot, that's what they're doing. And, it takes a lot of practice, and I can't do it because I'm crap at this, but...
Yeah, I don't know why I'm trying.
There you go.
Oh, I can...
Dude.
Anyways.
Yeah, they go really fast.
People say that's not true.
That's not true? Okay. What's true? Okay, so what's the... What is the truth? Dash dance, okay. How do you dash dance? Back and forth really fast? Oh, this one? Oh, this... I don't see people do this as much, do they?
Mm.
I always feel like they run a little bit more distance than they do. Oh, well, okay. Maybe it's just certain characters dash a lot farther than I think, or something like that. Because I guess if you pick up too much momentum, then they skid. But if you do it fast enough, they dash back and forth like this. So
Gotcha.
okay. Oh, so it's with Fox, something like that. So okay, my bad.
Different characters have different distances of dash dancing.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. And that's another one of the cool things about this is all the like we keep mentioning, the characters have very different, properties with them and stuff like that. So, okay. Cool. All right. So, we should probably talk about...
You want to talk about movement?
Yeah.
Because we haven't really talked about that much.
Okay. Yeah, so they're saying different people have different startups.
And you can also wave dash out of dash dancing to change your pivot point. That's pretty sick.
Yeah. I'll get into wave dashing in a little bit.
Well, let's just talk about the basic movement options now.
So basically, you have very slow walking if you tilt the controller. You can regular walking if you tilt it a little further. Fast walking, and then, like we said, dashing. Right. Again, I don't know how many people actually use too much of the walking and such. I mean, obviously, if you walk really fast, that's kind of useful to have. But I don't know if people actually use tiptoeing and crawling and stuff like this that often. So I don't see it that much in actual battle. So, the important thing is that this is a very aerial-based game, and so jumping is a huge factor in this game.
Uh-huh.
And so if you jump and a double jump, this is very tantamount to understanding this game, is understanding the double jump. Because, you have all sorts of directions you can jump. See, you can see how I can change directions with it. If you use the up button to jump, it's really hard to do a lot of this stuff. It's a lot easier using the jump buttons, right?
Right.
So you have way more control using the jump buttons.
So you can jump just a little bit if you just tap.
Yes, there's a low jump if you just tap the button really fast.
Right.
And the window for that is really small, too. I mean, it's something that you have to practice.
Right.
Because even if you hold it for barely too long, he jumps normal jump height. So there's only a low jump and a high jump.
Oh, really? There's no, inner... You can't just...
That's the normal one, right?
Oh, okay.
You can also do low jumps on the analog stick if you want to, but I just think that's harder to do.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, for me, but I don't know. So in double jump... okay, actions in the air, is there, a limited number?
Not for... if you recover, you can do another attack, but I don't know if I have anyone who's fast enough to do that right now.
Yeah.
However, the reason why I was saying it was super important to know about how double jumps work is you do only get one double jump in the air.
Well, don't some characters get more?
Do some characters have
Doesn't Jigglypuff have
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So there's certain characters with flying ability or multiple jumps.
Yeah, she just has multiple jumps, right?
Yeah. She has multiple jumps, Kirby has multiple jumps and such, so... but for the most part, most of the characters have just 2 jumps.
Okay.
Just 2 jumps, so...
Yeah, Jigglypuff and Kirby, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, and then as far as movement in the air, you can just...
Yeah, there it is. So
what's that?
DJ suggested using back air and see how I can get 2 of them as long as I recover in time.
Gotcha. Okay.
And if you notice something, if you do an air move and land, it kind of still comes out. Let me see. Ow. Yeah. So,
yeah, there's a little recovery when you're on the ground.
Okay, but you can take care of that recovery a little bit, but we'll get into that a little bit later as well.
Okay.
But the important thing is about this double jump thing. So hit me off of the stage, but not too hard, just pretty decently. Just do, like that. And so see how I double jumped right there? When you get knocked off, you really need that double jump to get back because it gives you one extra journey to get over to the edge, right? Now, I said there's only one double jump in the game. So the issue with that is if I'm over here and I jump and you hit me again, I don't get my double jump back.
Oh, your actions aren't reset?
No. You still have no double jump.
Wow.
So you need to get yourself... Wait, no, if you get hit, do you get your double jump back?
Well, I don't know. Let's test it right now.
Okay. I'm pretty sure...
Just double jump, and then I'll hit you out of the air.
Right.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Looks like no, I guess.
Try again one more time. I think I messed up. I'm pretty sure I messed up. Woo. It's been a while since I've played this.
I guess not.
No, I don't seem to get it, so...
You can up B again, but you can't double jump.
Yeah, you cannot double jump. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm just pretty sure. Okay. So, what happens then from there, like I said, your double jumps do not reset, but you can still use all your special moves. You can still do all your regular attacks whenever you want to. Mm-hmm. Right? And so, for example, someone like Mario here has the towards B attack, which I can do multiple times, and see how it moves them slightly forward?
Yeah.
So some characters have different abilities to try to help them get in a little bit more, but, it can only do so much. Right. Some characters have just the most amazing ability to get back. For example, like Peach can float, so it's really hard to kill her, except that she's a light character. That's true. All the characters have different weights as well. So the different weights make it so that... you get knocked further the lighter you are. So lighter characters, you could almost consider them as characters with less health. So in other words, an attack that would kill someone at 100, a normal weight character at 100 would kill somebody at like 80 or something like that, most likely.
So my man, the King of Koopas, is probably a heavyweight one, I imagine.
Yeah, I think he might be one of the heaviest guys.
That makes sense.
I remember I tested it one time. I forgot how I tested it. I think I tested it in Melee. I mean, in 64, because 64 had the stage with the scales, and if you stood the two characters on the scales, they actually outweighed each other. Sick. And stuff like that. Yeah.
Now we haven't talked about all the movement options because we haven't talked about doing this.
Oh yes, defense, the active defense. So let's talk about blocking real quick.
Okay,
here.
sure.
So when you hold one of the trigger buttons, you block, and you'll notice that a little bubble forms around me.
So do that again. Bam.
Right, see, so now I'm blocking attacks, right? Now, the tricky thing about it is, you see it shrinking while it's going. It's because if you hold it for too long, it'll actually shatter. It'll shrink to the point of non-existent it'll shatter, and then you're dizzy, and your opponent can do whatever the heck they want to you.
That lasts a really long time. Can you mash out of it?
Yeah, you can mash out of it.
Oh, okay.
You can mash out of it,
So, do it again? Does this take down your blocking, your mash out? Like, if I hit you while you're blocking?
You can mash out. Holy crap.
Okay, do it. I just want to see how much this takes off. Oh, it just blows you up.
So that was too powerful. Well, here's the other thing about the shield, right? Is if you notice, it doesn't cover my whole body.
Right.
It actually means you can hit them in the spaces that it's not
That's right, because you can do this.
Because you can also... guide it around a
wait,
little.
can I not do that? Or?
You can, but you have to tilt it a little.
Yeah, it's a tilt, it's not a smash.
Right,
okay.
So if someone's in front of you, you can move it forward a little bit to make sure it blocks, but then people can get under it. So it's actually really dangerous. Another thing that if you notice here too, my shield is not going all the way back up once look how slow it recovers. Look how slow it recovers.
Right.
I'm sitting here for a really long time, and I hit shield, and it's still only at half. I think it recovers slower than it shrinks. So you really have to wait a while before you can actually get it back.
Just let it regenerate for a little bit, because I kind of want to see... Mine is bigger than yours, but does that in fact mean that I can hold it for longer?
That's not necessarily true.
Here,
size doesn't make a difference.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest with you. So, yeah.
Here, okay. So 1, 2, 3, do it, right? 1, 2, 3. Wow, okay, you're actually telling the truth.
Yeah, see, I told you, dude. I told you.
Well,
there you go.
Yeah, at least some things are like that in life, right?
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And you can vary the strength of it.
Oh, yeah. So if you hold... So the shield buttons are analog.
Right.
So if you don't hold it all the way, it's bigger and transparent, but that just means certain attacks can break through it.
Or do it? Do it very light?
Yeah, so watch. Do a heavy smash attack.
Okay.
See how much you broke it down a little bit? So
yeah.
Yeah, so but yeah, basically you can't abuse the shield. because it regenerates very slowly. And for the most part, I mean, shielding is very important once the opponent gets close up to you, but, you know, this game is super movement-based, so you're not going to be guarding a lot of things. You're going to be just trying to get out of the range of your opponent and then, you know, find your opportunities to attack by getting in there. And one of the best ways to do that is through the roll, right? So, what are people saying here?
That we should really be in versus mode, but also that, let's see, I guess what we were talking about with the shield was not right.
Oh, okay. So they just push you further, and they deal, and they drain the shield down a little bit more. I see. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of movement options here, such as rolling, for example, just to get away. You can actually try to get behind opponents because it crosses up and such. Of course, it's very dangerous because it leaves you vulnerable.
Is there recovery at the end?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure... Can you... I don't think you can throw at the start of a roll, or can you? So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, roll.
Okay.
And then try to throw me, okay? 1, 2, 3, throw. So let me try that again. 1, 2, 3, throw. Yeah, so you can roll through throws. But the ending of it has a lot of delay. So if you bait your opponent out... Yeah, you just find a move like that move right there, which has a lot of active frames.
Right.
To use the fighting game terminology, and it's very punishable in that situation. So it's very dangerous to roll against opponents that are trying to bait you out and aware of it. So, there's also down dodging here. So if you hold the shield button and hit down, you dodge. So it's like an S-groove dodge from CVS2, right? Now, I don't know how safe... Oh, spot dodges. Okay. Oh, yeah. So a lot of people are saying if you roll, you can just chase after it and throw people. So I gotta imagine those characters like freaking... like Falco and stuff like that who have the fast dashes can just chase you down very easily and hit and grab the ends of rolls like that. So, but how useful are spot dodges in actual tournament play? I'm curious about that. Effectiveness is rolling is character dependent. Yeah, some spot dodges are okay. Yeah, I actually don't see a lot of people using spot dodges in tournament play, but maybe I'm just not noticing them. But yeah, okay, cool. So, and then the last defensive technique is the air dodges, right? So if I jump into the air and hit the shield button, you dodge in the air and you're invincible for a short period of time, right? Now, the problem with this... Oh, you can also slide in different directions, too. And you can basically slide in any direction you want with the analog controller, right? So if you want to move slightly, it's not just 8 directions that you can dodge. You can pretty much dodge in whatever direction you want. But it's hard.
But you're boned after that, looks like? You...
So, look at the end of the air dodge when I finish the dodge. Do you see how I'm glowing a little?
Yeah.
So that basically means on the way down, I am completely vulnerable. I can guide myself back and forth, but other than that, I am completely vulnerable, right? Now, here's another thing, too. Remember how I showed you guys that I could do towards B, towards B, towards B, like this? Let me do up and B. You see it triggered that same thing? It triggered the shininess,
that's
right?
my up B.
So, up B is, generally speaking... I don't think it's true for 100% of the characters, but it might be. But once you use your up B, you're done. You cannot do anything to get back. That's why up B is largely considered your get back move. You know, because most of this game is going to be, once it starts getting into like the higher level play, a lot of the game is going to be about trying to get back onto stage. And up B is, for most characters, is the best way to get back onto the stage. So, okay, it is all characters. So, Klaus, however you pronounce that, Klaus UI, confirmed it that up B for every character does put you into this state. So, air dodges put you into this state, and up B's put you into this state.
Okay.
So, up B's have to be used very sparingly, you know. They're pretty much, your last way to get back onto the stage. And if you use it and you miss, so for example, if I'm too far away like this and I go, Oh, I was actually close enough. So if I up B like here, then you see I'm done. I'm getting all the way down there. However, if I'm in this vulnerable state and you hit me, so watch, like, just hit me off the, like, when I come down, like, just hit me up. Oops, sorry, my bad. So if I do this and hit me up, I actually gain the ability to attack again.
Okay.
So in other words, like, let's say some characters have projectiles, like if you're Peach and you pull out a turnip or something like that, and you see your opponent over here, and he does an up B and he's not going to make it, don't hit him with the turnip. Because if you do, you give him a chance to get back onto the screen.
I see.
Right, so don't shoot him or anything like that,
Right.
I think only Fox can shoot him because his gun doesn't actually cause hit stun.
Right.
So,
okay.
So those are the different ways to defensive move. And really, honestly, this game is probably more like Marvel in that your defensive movement is better than all these, like crazy things here, right? So rolling is going to get you killed against a lot of players.
A bunch of people, when I was at Apex and was watching the Melee Top 8 after the other fighting games that ended, were talking to me, and a lot of them likened it to Marvel in that respect. A lot of people were saying that it's very Marvel-y in terms of the way that you work in the air, using like Marvel-style footsies in the air, like that kind of stuff.
Well, like I said earlier, this game is very aerial-based. You'll very rarely see people fighting on the ground like, oh, let me play footsies with you and dodge you, whatever, like that. I mean, a lot of it really is, getting into the air and, trying to hit them with attacks from different angles and avoiding things like that, right? So, that's kind of the basic movement options here. I mean, do you want to take a quick break or something?
Yeah, sure. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more in a bit.
All right. And guys, seriously, obviously we're not huge Smash experts. We're trying to present this to people who are from the fighting game community. We know the game a little bit. So, feel free to chime in and let us know when we get information wrong. That's absolutely,
it's helpful. Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
So,
all right, we'll be back in just a bit. All right, welcome back to UltraChenTV. Today we are introducing the basics of Super Smash Bros. Melee, and as we said at the start, the reason for that is because Melee is going to be at EVO this year, and hopefully we'll have a pretty big spot there, considering all the support that the Melee community put behind it. And with that in mind, we just want to let people who might not be as familiar with the game in on how the game works and what to look for as you're watching, or maybe you'll be interested enough to actually play it yourself, which would be really cool. So again, neither of us is an expert at this. I used
which
to play,
is very obvious, right?
Yeah, I mean, I used to play casually. James played casually, but it sounds like he investigated it a little bit more than I did. And really, what we're doing is just again trying to get to basics. Next week, we're gonna do a little bit higher level stuff, but we wanted to get this out beforehand. And
we're doing higher level stuff with actual Smash players. And what we're gonna do is watch some match videos and have people talk about them while they're going. So. One of the things we want to talk about, so I mentioned that this game is very air heavy when you're in the air, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, for example, if I knock Bowser off and he tries to get back on, he's going to be able to move himself in the air even before... Okay, actually, let's talk about the states of when you're falling in the sky, right?
Okay.
I mean, they're not really different from each other, but just like hit me up into the sky. So you can see how he's tumbling for a very long time, right? So do that again. I can kind of move myself left and right a little bit while I'm tumbling in the sky.
Here, do right.
Well, I just did left. Sorry,
okay. That was left, so this time do right. No big deal.
Okay.
Actually, let me get on the other side so we can have the same situation.
Sure. So now I'm going to hold left, and woo, I can go that way.
But that was right?
Yeah, that was right. Did I just say left again?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm dyslexic with left and right.
Do left. Okay, do left this time for reals.
For reals? Okay. So that way I can fly off the screen, right?
All right.
So
good stuff.
Yeah, for those people on stream who don't know, I was born left-handed. Asian parents made me go right-handed. I've been dyslexic ever since with left and right. It's really bad. It's why I can't play on the wrong side of the screen when we're sitting next to each other.
Is that the reason?
I think it is. I 100% think that's the reason. So if I'm playing on the wrong side, I can never get which meter is mine correctly and stuff like that. And when I played Mario Kart a bunch of times, to keep with the Mario theme here, mirror tracks would blow me up.
Oh, really?
There would be a track that clearly turns to the right, and because I've played it a gazillion times turning left, I would just turn right into the wall.
Okay.
It's really sad, so...
That's funny.
But, so my left-right brain is really messed up.
Alright, anyways.
Okay.
We're talking about moving in the air after you get donked.
Yeah. So, if you get launched into the sky by something off of the ground... and you haven't used your double jump, I get to double jump. So you can interrupt the tumble. So hit me up again. There's like a fixed real time that's different depending on how much damage you've taken. See, I'm mashing A, and you see how long it took me that time to get it, and I'm gonna mash, and then you finally see the A come out, right? So you can cancel. After it reaches that point where you can cancel, you can double jump again, you can do special moves or whatever like that. And actually one of the important directions, so launch me up into the air again. One of the important directions is actually down. But you have to jump first. Okay, so knock me up in the air again like this.
You're probably dead.
Yeah. I just died. Great. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely right, Dark Sonic Wave. It's just hit stun. Yeah. It's the best way to think of it. It's just hit stun. The longer it is, the more hit stun there is like that.
Yeah, alright. This is starting to become... Let's just go to versus mode.
So knock me up again really quick.
Versus mode?
Alright, sure. Hang on one second. So punch me into the sky really quick. I just want to do one thing really quick. After you double... Well, I can just do it from regular jumping. One of the important things is when you jump, you can also hit down to drop a little bit faster. See, like that? That's how I'm hitting down like this to drop a little faster.
Yeah.
So this is actually really important, as we'll see later on. See, if I just double jump and just normally jump like this, you see how I kind of float down like this? But if I double jump and hit down, do you see how much faster I came down?
Yeah, it looks like you have to wait until the apex of your jump. But
yeah, you can't do it until you start coming down on your jump.
Yeah.
But it's really important to know because this helps a lot later on. This you'll see like in one of the higher level tactics. It's like super important. Let's see here. Okay, so we talked about dash dancing already. I got that wrong, but you just have to do it really fast.
Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty easy actually.
Whee! But that's actually not one of the most important movement options in the game is wave dashing.
Okay.
Right? So remember I talked about when you get into the air and you dodge like this, you can also dodge in different directions like this, right?
Yeah.
But look what happens if you dodge when you're close to the ground. Your dodge actually ends right away, right? And depending on the momentum you have when you're landing, do you see how fast I walked off of that? Like that? See?
Yeah.
Like that, right? So there's that little weird speed burst when I landed, right?
Okay.
So what happens with wave dashing, and this is more wave dashing just on the shape of the way your character moves, is he's going to jump and land really fast. If you hold down forward on the controller and basically almost plink the jump button into the dodge button, what you end up doing is... Oh, I did it too fast.
Plink.
Yeah, exactly. So if you can do it low enough to the ground, which I won't be... Okay, there it was. Do you see me do it? I just did it right there. See, like that?
Okay.
Do you see how, like, I kind of moved a little faster, right? Certain characters go different distances, and I heard, like, Luigi has the best wave dash out of... Is Luigi have the best one? And then, but basically, if you... you can do it over and over again to move across the screen really fast. And this is, Oh, I got it twice in a row.
Apparently Luigi has the longest wave
dash.
The
longest one. Okay, gotcha. He's just super slidey then. So I got it twice there. Ugh, this is really hard. I've never learned this before, so this is literally the first time I'm trying it. But you saw it right there, right? I did it kind of.
Yeah, I mean...
Bowser is going to be kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Bowser's not particularly good at it. So there was my super slow, gimpy wave dash right here. So I apologize that I cannot do it true justice. But when you watch like the high-level players play, they just like zip across the floor. So if you hit someone... So let's say we're over here, right? So let's say your damage is really high, and I happen to hit you with a super strong attack that knocks you clear to the other side. I want to go take advantage of that, so the best way I'm going to get all the way to the other side of the screen is the wave dash. Ooh, I almost had it there.
Yeah, you almost did, actually.
I almost did it. So, yeah, but that's the fastest way to move a straight distance.
Okay.
So that's a really important technique. Another one that a lot of people are not sure, like I wish, let me change the Link really quick, because Link is a really good character to show.
Look, you want to just go to versus while we're in here?
Alright, sure. So let's do melee. So,
ding.
Move the controller, pick a coin.
Let's get that good doctor. Yeah.
So
oh wait, go back.
No time
go
limit.
Back.
Oh, that's
yeah,
okay,
that red doctor.
So.
Oh wait, the time. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just do time and then no limit.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, back to Final Destination. Oh, all the items are going to be on. So.
Yeah, my dude.
So dash dancing and wave dashing in tandem, people say, it makes movement really tricky because you can change pivot points and dash lanes just on the fly by using these two, is what they say.
Okay, so when this happens at EVO, don't look for any of these things that were... Or are you just resetting?
Yeah, because actually I want to turn off all the items.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, don't look for any of those items to appear.
Yeah.
Because they ain't.
I'm going to be really sad about something. I have a very OCD reason why I don't want to play versus mode.
Really?
Do you want me to explain it?
Why not?
Sure. You guys can see how OCD I am, okay? So let me go to the data here. Let me go to the archive. The records here.
Okay.
Melee records versus records. Right? If you look carefully at this record, like, where is it here? It's actually a little different now. When did this happen? Oh, I'm really upset about this right now. Oh, where's the totals? If you actually look at like the total number of games they've actually played here, let me see matches. Look at the number of matches that they have. I'm not even joking to you. They're all almost exactly the same because I had played every character equally.
You're so crazy.
I am crazy. I am absolutely batshit insane. You don't even understand. You do not even understand. So now I'm messing up my account here, and it's really getting to me mentally right now. But I'm just gonna have to do it. So. So no items, basically. Okay. Okay, so now my count is all messed up, but you know what? I haven't played this game in like years, so whatever. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so everyone can just know that I'm insane right now, so...
You got it.
Can you take out the memory card and it's not going to damage anything? So it just won't save that way, huh?
I don't know.
I'm going to try really quick.
And you lost all your data.
Oh, whatever. Okay, cool. So, the way... And guys, also understand, too, that, like, what you see is happening a little bit later. So, it's harder for us to react, like, instantaneously, right? So, you're going to see it a little bit later. So, in any case, one of Link's moves here is this down A attack in the air. And it's really good because it stays out for the entirety of the jump.
Uh-huh.
So once I do it, boom, it keeps going, right? So it's, you know, you're not going to whiff it very much, and if you're above someone, you can get them very easily unless they dodge you, right? But the main thing that I want to talk about this move is if you look, when I land with it, you see how his sword sticks to the ground a little bit?
Yeah, there's some recovery.
Yeah, let me see if I can get it. Oh, okay, I guess I can't do it like... And it's a pretty long recovery, too. Like, I'm holding down. Do you see how long it took me to crouch?
Right, yeah.
See? Now, like I said, I don't know if this is a glitch or something, but for some unknown reason, if you... And I don't know the timing, guys, so I'm going to mess this up a bunch of times. But if you hit the... L button for shield, the shoulder button. Okay, I just did it. Do you see how fast he recovered there? They call it L canceling. Do you see how fast I recovered? So as soon as you touch the ground, if you hit the shield button, they recover right away. And I think it's only with the L button, even though both buttons do the same. I don't know if that's okay. Either of them work.
Yeah, because I was just doing it with the right button.
You're doing it with R. Okay. But everyone uses L for some reason. That's the one that they use the most, or at least that's what they use. Because they call it L canceling.
Oh, you can do it with Z too?
Because Z is combination shield
that
and
makes
A
sense,
at the
but
same
isn't that
time.
way easier? Like,
you think so?
I'm just mashing Z, and it like seems to happen pretty quickly because I'm effectively mashing both the kick button and also. I don't know. I'm just making it up.
Huh. Interesting. I just think the Z button is really small and hard to hit, and your finger's always on L anyway, right?
Uh-huh.
So you're always going to have it there. But this is a super important technique because obviously you have less delay. Anytime you can get less delay, it's much better, right? But it even works for just normal attacks like that too, right? So do you see how I have that little pause when I land like that? But if I hit L right when I land, he recovers a little faster. The reason why this starts coming... So we talked about a bunch of different tricks. Like we talked about the short hop. We talked about what they call fast fall, right? And we've talked about L cancel. And this actually, I think, brings us to a very important technique. I don't know if this is super important, but I'm pretty sure it is, which is what they call shuffling.
Uh-huh.
Which basically is SHFFL.
Okay.
Which stands for short hop, fast fall, L cancel. I don't know which characters are the best at shuffling. I was trying it with Mario earlier, and I couldn't quite get it to work very well. But so basically, what that means is that you short hop, you do an attack and drop right away. Do you see how I did that?
Yeah.
Like I did that just right, and do you see my neutral kick super fast like that?
Yeah.
So if I just jump and see how it goes over your head and it takes a little bit to come down, if I time it right and I do a short hop and then fast fall with my kick, see I hit you faster, right? And not only that, but you can... Actually, you know what? It probably works better with the C-stick, right? So I can probably do, like, short hop. Oh, but the towards might take too long to come out. So I think it is particularly best on neutral attacks. But what happens, though, if you do this, because you fast fall out of the short hop, you notice how there's that little delay when I land, when I short hop, and then do the attack and fast fall.
Yeah.
That's where L canceling comes in.
Okay.
So if you watch a lot of the high level players, they almost, when they're playing footsies on the ground, it's like nothing but shuffling. Like someone just said that Falco shuffling down air is like overpowered. So, you know, he jumps up and does a quick down air, and it's the same button as the fast fall. So it's, you know, it's probably a little bit easier to do. But basically, they just hop around the screen. So let me switch to Falco really quick, just so you can see what his move looks like, and you get an idea of how that works. Continue without saving. Yeah.
Do we have all the characters still in?
Yeah, because they've all been loaded already. So, let's do Falco here. Green Falco. There we go.
Like a little red hat. Yeah.
And if people are wondering, there's all these stages, but I keep going to the same stage, which is Final Destination. Woo! Okay, so I keep going to Final Destination.
Yeah, why do you keep going there?
Because no items, no. Okay, where did you go? You just took me to Battlefield. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But Final Destination is considered the true like very level playing field, and so most stages in competitive Smash play are banned.
Yeah, but I mean, I know that there's a variety of stages, right? Like it's not literally just Final Destination. It's just
this is one of them. Battlefield is one of them. Kirby stage can be played on. I think I've seen people play on.
You can get slept on.
The Kirby stage with the elevators on the side, and the Kirby stage with the tree. I think both of those are playing. I'm totally messing up the name, and now all these Smash Brother players are mad at me. But basically, if you can short hop, fast fall, you can see that this is his down A. This is his D air, right? Is this move here? Mm-hmm. But if I see how slow I'm doing it, it's because I'm not L canceling it, and if I could L cancel it.
Man, I do not recall the hitbox on this move.
Oh, you have to be overlapping me. Okay. You have to literally be overlapping me. Oh, yeah, and there you go. So Fox and Falco have this move, this towards B, which is also really good at helping him get back on stage, right?
Right.
But if you look here, if I'm not mistaken, his towards B puts him into I can't do anything state. So it's not just up Bs that put you in there. So my up B, if you look here... Now I can't control myself on the way down. I'm flashing, right? But my towards B does it as well. So towards B, I can't do any other moves.
Right.
I can only guide myself in the air. So some people's, other moves...
Bop me off the stage?
Okay. Poof.
Oh yeah, that pound.
Yeah, not only can you poof a bunch of times in the air, but Jigglypuff has... that multiple jump.
Right.
So it's really hard to kill her by, once she recovers, it's very easy for her to get back. But Jigglypuff I think Jigglypuff is the lightest character in the game, Pichu might actually be lighter. But one of the lightest characters in the game, Jigglypuff is easy to knock off the stage and kill.
Okay.
So, Game & Watch is the lightest. Okay. So, here we go. So what were we talking about? Oh, short hop, fast fall, L cancel. So if you see a lot of people running around like this, and you see them always doing these attacks like this, they're literally tapping a jump button super fast, because any little bit longer makes them jump high, like this, right? Then at the perfect time, at the height of their jump, they're doing a fast fall, combined with a normal attack, and L canceling it when they land.
Oh no.
To get as much as they can. And yeah, actually, Jigglypuff's up B, while does leave her vulnerable afterwards, is not a get back move.
Yeah, because she's pretty godlike with it anyway.
Yeah, she sings, and she has plenty of ways to get back. So, but yeah, so shuffling is
Fire!
a very high-level skill and very easy to mess up. So, like, if you mess up and end up floating too long... So, let's say I'm flying against a Marth, and I'm trying to do a short hop, fast fall... Or I'm trying to shuffle against him, and I screw up my shuffle, and I end up doing this, for example. Whoops. Or even worse, that, like this, and I'm not in range to hit him. I'm like prime target to get smacked out of the air with Marth's like gigantic sword range. So, yeah. So shuffling, very important tactic, very important skill. In fact, probably one of the highest level skills in the game. And one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like Brawl, because they took away the L canceling. So it kind of took away from that, and they also ruined wave dashing in Brawl as well. Wave dashing doesn't quite work the same way. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, actually, we are getting a guest for Melee next week.
Yeah, it's not just be us dinguses.
Yeah.
Hey, so as you can see, you can go through ledges, right?
Yes.
You just press down.
Yes, you smash down.
Right, exactly. And if you're in the air, like if I jump and I hold down, I can go through. But if I double jump, I can't. I don't remember this.
No, you can double jump.
I just tried it. Okay, well, watch this. Holding down. Solve that. Wait, you can do it?
Yeah, I can.
Am I just being stupid here?
I just think that maybe it has to do with Jigglypuff's jump, maybe.
Why is this happening, people?
Yeah, well...
I have to hold down harder? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the nice thing is, even if you tap down and smash, you won't fall through the floor right away. Because see how you can almost see it for like a couple of frames. I can start falling through the floor and still smash. But also, if you want to crouch on the ground, you can also just do this. You could just tilt down, and then that makes sure you don't jump through the floor.
I see.
I want to do something else here. I'm going to pick Marth really quick.
Alright, well, I'm going to pick Kirby.
Yeah, okay, go for it.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Where's Kirby? Yeah, Kirby.
Right there.
Hold on. Yeah!
Here, just for you, I'm going to pick...
the red one, yeah! Oh.
Okay, so, so here we go. One of the things that I want to talk about here, well, first of all, Marth's, that move is so good. So first of all, now that we're in versus mode, I want to show you an example of C-stick usage. You see how I can just I can attack backwards in the air with the C-stick while still moving in the direction.
Right.
See, I don't have to change my direction. On the ground, it's always a smash. So it's pretty much... Oh, but you can't charge it. Very important. So if you want to do a powerful smash, you have to use the A button like this. C-stick cannot charge the smash. But that means you're always guaranteed to get the fastest smash possible. So, like, let's say I wanted to smash someone. If I accidentally hold the A button, you see that little delay there? But the C stick, you'll never get that.
Right.
So that's another reason why that's super important.
Okay.
Right?
That makes sense.
And then, of course, like I said, now I can go in any direction. There's also a really risky strategy that you can use in this game. So stand here for a second. I'm going to use my C-stick and smash you, right?
Okay.
So see how far you flew right there, right?
Yeah.
Jump off and kill yourself. Bye. Okay. Now tilt down on the controller instead. So get down to the ground and tilt down. I'm going to hit you with the same smash attack, right? Did you see that you didn't fly very far that time? And in fact, you recovered almost instantly. I don't know what the technical reason for this is. If I was testing it, I would imagine it's because you're close to the ground, so as soon as you get hit, you're so close to the ground that you go in the air and land right away.
Did I even go in there? It looked like I didn't.
Yeah, because you literally go into the air and touch the ground at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Like that, right? Now let go again.
Okay.
But if I hit you, you fly a little further. So this is actually a tactic when you just come in the screen. If you have very low health, you might try to tilt down if you expect someone like Marth is going to attack you. Because if I hit you, you recover right away. That's not hit stun. You're recovered while you're sliding back. But I'm still in recovery of my swing. So you can actually take a hit and counterattack really fast. And that's actually a very risky strategy because you're basically sitting there saying, hit me, and if they hit you with something else or throw you or something like that, you can get in very much pain. Because one thing about throwing in this game is that while you can actually throw people out of the air.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if I can actually... So let me throw you up for... Oh, okay. Go off the edge and kill yourself. Or I can help you. Oh, look at you. Oh, we're going to play now here? Oh, okay, I see how it is. Oh, dang it. I went the wrong direction. But, what was I talking about now? Oh, okay, throw. So you can actually throw someone up. Oops, okay, I'm going to have to try to time this right.
Ooh,
there,
sick.
see, so I can grab you out of the air.
Yeah.
So against heavy characters, this is like kind of like an infinite, to start. It's a big, long combo because what I can do is throw you up and then catch you out of the air again for heavy characters. Now, you can guide yourself left and right, even while you're in hit stun.
Right.
So while you're guiding yourself left and right, it's up to the Marth to properly chase you down and get multiple throws in a row.
Right.
While you're in the hit stun. So you can get away from it, but if you're predictable, then they can grab you like that over and over and over again.
Right.
And in fact, you'll see this happen a lot after a character dies and they come in. You can get a character from 0 to like 50 or 60 almost instantly off of one throw. And it's going to happen a lot. Even if I, for example, let's say I do a shuffle on you or something like this.
Yeah.
So if I do a little, I hit you with a neutral attack like this and it pops you up, then I can chase you and throw you and, and get stuff going off of that as well. But
so like we were talking about before, I can control my movement at even when I'm in hit stun in the air. Mm-hmm. So if you have a combo, can't I move myself out of the way in some instances?
Sometimes you can. There are some combos that are fixed, but there are combos that you can pseudo get away from.
So they're not really combos in the strict sense because they can be interrupted.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you pop me up and expect me to be somewhere, then you can hit me if I'm there. But if I'm not there, then you can't hit me.
Wait, did I just jump grabbed? What do people say? I just jump grab? What's jump grabbing?
And that is called directional influence.
Directional influence, yes. Wait, you can use Z to charge us.
Oh yeah, I never. Here, check it out, man.
Wait, what did you do?
I did Z plus C.
Oh, really? Interesting. I did not know that. Z plus C, huh? Oh, interesting. I had no idea. That's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, dope.
But, I mean, is that particularly useful? Oh, I guess it is, because sometimes if you try to smash on the ground, you might accidentally run forward and lose positioning or something like that. But I don't know. How often do people actually use the C-stick Z charge here? How often do they actually use that at high levels? Dash grabbing and jump. That's jump canceling, not jump grabbing. Okay, so it's significant for a lot of characters, so... Okay, cool. Alright.
Now, do you want to talk about that anymore, or you want to talk about ground recovery? We haven't talked about that at all.
Oh, yeah. So, while you're tumbling, if you let yourself finish tumbling to the ground... So you hit the ground and you hit the ground like that, right? So you saw that little bit of recovery on the ground, right?
It just recovers after a certain period of time.
Right. But if you don't touch the controller, you don't do anything here. Now, when you're lying on the ground, you can choose to actually get up in place by just hitting up. You can also roll like that. You can roll either direction, so you can roll back as well. And then you can also hit a button when you're on the ground, which will make you get up with an attack. Right? But important to note is that the attack that you do, there's 2 different levels, depending on how much damage you've taken. So let me throw you again.
Yes.
So do your wake-up attack here. Right? So you saw that right there, right? So let me kill you, and let me do it again. Okay, let me throw you again. Now do your wake... Oops, get over here. Now do your wake-up attack. Oh, okay, so the wake-up attack is the same. It's only ledge attacks that there's 2 different levels. Okay, sorry
yeah, people
about
are saying
that.
That's only ledge.
Yeah, that's only ledge. Sorry, I got them mixed up. Okay, so that's the ledge. That's the ledge attack. Okay, so however, when you touch the ground, you can also roll right away if you hold left or right and hit the shield button as soon as you land. So hit the shield button as soon as you land. So if you just tap shield, you do that quick rise. You saw that you did the quick rise. If you hold left or right on the controller, you'll land and do a quick roll like that. So, but the nice thing is when you hit the ground, do you see how you're flashing when you hit the ground? Watch when you touch the ground. No, don't touch it.
Don't do it? Okay.
Yeah. As soon as you touch the ground,
Here,
maybe you aren't flashing a little bit.
Just hit me.
Okay. Let me see if this is right here. Again, I might be wrong on this one, like I am with so many things. Okay, yeah, never mind. So, yeah, so basically you can roll right away or not roll right away.
Right.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, so ledge attacks, the 100% is the difference. Okay. Cool. Nice. There's also stages. You know what? We haven't even talked about this because there's also wall recoveries too. Because there's some stages with walls, and if you get hit into the walls, you can recover different. Are there actually any of the stages that can use that are legal that have walls, guys? Yeah. Oh, Yoshi stage, okay.
Oh, Pokemon Stadium, that's true.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
By the way, I hate Kirby's Marth outfit. Look at this. It's stupid.
He just gets hair. You don't like the hair? What's wrong with
Kill
the
yourself.
hair? You can taunt, too, and get rid of it. So hitting up on the directional pad makes you taunt. So if you swallow it, and you hit up, it's
Wow,
gone.
I don't think I ever knew that.
Yeah, you can drop your thing if you don't want it.
Yeah, I don't think I ever knew that. That's cool.
Yeah. Let's see. So we've also have not talked about probably the most important facet of the game, which is the edges.
Uh-huh.
So let's just take a break real quick so people can yell at us some more on stream, and then we'll come back and talk about ledge play. So, okay.
All right, see you in a bit.
We'll be right back, guys.
It's waiting for you. Wait, what are we going to talk about now?
We're talking about ledge stuff.
Ledge stuff.
Ledge stuff.
Are we back on? Because that thing is frozen.
It is now back on, but I cannot find where I put my GameCube controller.
Oh yeah, let's do one of these.
Sure. Okay. Here we go. Most important part of the game. So, very aerial based, like I said, knocking yourself off the ledge and stuff like that. Very, very crucial to the game. So, one of the most important aspects of this game is getting back onto the ledge. Oh, there's actually one more thing I want to talk about real quick. Let's go to...
Want to go to like, Yoshi or something?
Let's go to this stage right here.
Okay.
Well, no, let's just go to the Yoshi one. Here we go. Okay. So, one of the most important things about this game I want to talk about is this game has a lot of sweet spots with normal moves.
Right.
Right. So, with Marth, for example, if I do the shield attack that I do... Okay, well, actually, Samus is a good one, right?
Dang, I never knew about this, like, directional...
Tilt?
I, like, honestly had no idea. That's awesome. But anyway,
yeah. Can she do it? Oh yeah, she can. Yeah, she can. Oh, nice. So hit me with a torch smash attack.
Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry.
Dash
Yeah,
attack,
it's just you know it happens sometimes with me. All right, here we go.
Oh no, not a fully charged one. Okay.
Oh no. Okay, fine.
Just hit me with a regular torch smash attack. Right. So it did about 12% damage. Right. Now do it again about over here.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want it? Okay.
Yeah. Like I don't know if this one in particular had a sweet. So. I think it did a little less, maybe. Well, okay, let me just use the perfect example that I have, right? The reason why I have Zelda here is because she's one of my favorite characters. And it's because I just like hitting people with this move right here, which I always just...
That's what you like? I like... Wow.
But basically, if I hit you, you see how I just hit like 10%, right? Now that time I just did 18% damage.
Right.
Because if you can hit with the spark at just the right distance, you hit them with the sweet spot. And the sweet spot actually does bigger damage and much farther knockback. But if I hit you with the wrong part of that move... Oh, you landed on the cloud. Like, see how it didn't do anything that time? Same move, and it didn't do anything, and you have more damage. But if I can hit you with just the right sweet spot, which is towards the edge of it, like that...
Oh, dang, I got lit up.
Dude, that just destroys people. So that was always my favorite thing. I just like to jump at people and hit people with that for some strange reason. I don't know why I like that. And then I just like throwing this at people and annoying them to death, so...
I like doing this. Boop.
Boop. So, Boop. A lot of times hitting people with moves is really important to try to hit them with that sweet spot. And in fact, a lot of neutral jump attacks, especially with Samus, like jump and hit neutral. So jump high and hit neutral like that. See how I just kind of like get like that, right? But now hit me with it the first few frames. It kicks a lot harder. Like if you can hit with like just the beginning frames, it kicks a lot harder than it does than if you hit with one of the later active frames.
Right.
So there's a lot about hitting people with sweet spots. And people are calling it sex kick.
Yeah, I've seen that term before.
Okay.
But wasn't sure what it was.
I've seen someone use it in like a recent fighting game. I forgot what it was what it was for.
Really?
But yeah. So that's definitely important to mention is the sweet spots. And, you know, different people have different powers. Like, for example, Samus, her neutral B, you can charge up and fire a gigantic blast at people, right? So if you charge it up, now she's glowing, so the next time you hit B, it shoots a big shot out like that.
Oh, you are a douche.
Okay, so, yeah, actually, a lot of players came from Smash that are in the fighting game community.
That's true.
So not only Matt Dahlgren, Noel Brown came from Smash community, Broly Legs came from Smash community. So
Unknown, Forward.
Oh yeah. Alucard, right?
Alucard,
yeah. A lot of these guys, which is, I mean, and you know what? I mean, it tells you something about them. Like these are all super technical players, right? A lot of like Bum, Alucard. These guys are really technical players, and it's probably because they played Smash. Because really, outside of Marvel 2, like I can't even, and maybe Guilty Gear, but I can't really say that there's a fighting game out there outside of maybe those two that has more technical skill than this game, you know? Right. And plus, because of the fact that the hit reels, you can guide yourself, and there's so much... I always call this game very, very liquid. Like, so much of it is variable, and you can go in all these different directions. So catching up to people and hitting them and stuff like that really requires a lot of precision, you know, and so it's one of my favorite things about the game. Mm-hmm. It's one of the reasons why I like Guilty Gear as well. But let's talk about the ledge.
Okay, let's talk about ledge.
Most important factor of the ledge, and it does not work. This does not work on platforms. These are only things that are designated as ledges, such as this right here. And the most important thing about a ledge is that you can grab it. That is absolutely the most important thing. And the second most important thing about that is when you grab the ledge, you flash for a few seconds, or for maybe one whole second, and you are invincible while you are touching the ledge. Okay?
Okay.
Boom. So when you get knocked all the way over here, getting an up B to grab the ledge is very important. Because you grab the ledge and you're safe for a little bit of time.
Here, go down. I'm going to try to hit you when you're blinking.
Oh, oops, sorry. Oh, yeah, okay, well, boom. Oh, I landed on the cloud! There it was. So you missed me, right?
Yeah.
So that's very important. Now, once you're on the ledge, you actually have a shockingly large amount of options that you have here. Right? So once you've gripped the ledge... Okay, I should also mention another thing, is that you can only grip the... Remember how I said when you jump, you're facing a direction?
Yeah.
If you are facing back, you can't grab the ledge.
Oh, okay.
So if you're facing away from the ledge, you cannot grab it. And this is a problem, right? So it's another reason why those Tor Bs are kind of important. But also... up back B usually can let you grab it too, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, man, she goes so far. Holy crap. Stream will have to. Some characters can. Okay, some characters can. Yeah. You have what you can get backwards at tip of up B. Oh yeah. Okay. So for her, yeah, you can grab at the very edge of it. So, but so some characters can do it, but not all characters can do it. But once you've grabbed the ledge, you can hit down to let go and drop. Right now, you're gonna ask yourself, why in the world would I ever want to do this? Right. Well, I'll get to that in a second. You can hit back and you also drop as well.
Okay.
But more importantly, if I hit forward on the controller, I climb up.
Right.
If I hit the shield button on the controller, I get up and roll all the way forward. And it transitions. So here's another thing. Come over here really quick and try to hit me. When you're climbing up, when I hit up, you're invincible while you're climbing up.
Okay.
Right? But the problem with it is that you have a delay at the end of it. Okay? So if I hit up like this and you hit me, I have a little bit of delay at the end of that, right? Mm-hmm. If I smash up, I actually get up and jump.
Oh, okay.
But you're vulnerable once you get into the air and start jumping, right?
Right.
But if I hit roll, I go from invincible get up to invincible roll. So the opponent can chase me down and try to get me, if he predicts that, right? So I'm looking at the stream chat, trying to make sure I'm getting everything right. So, okay. Another thing, too, is that if I hit A at the ledge, I get up with an attack.
Oh, okay.
So if the opponent is next to me, so come over next to me, and I hit a button and you try to attack me, I can get up and hit you, right? So I can actually hit you out of that. Now, the problem is, just do damage to me. Do neutral A's on me really quick.
Bam.
Okay, a little bit more. Okay, I'm at 101 now. If I do a get-up attack, do you see how much slower she took to climb up?
Oh.
So, and then she does a slower attack, which is a completely different attack than the last one.
Right.
So at higher levels, your get-up attack is completely, telegraphed.
Uh-huh.
You get up really slow, the opponent can see it, block it, and kill you. Or they can dodge it, kill you, roll, run away. So they can dash dance, for example, and then come back and kill you and stuff like that, right? So basically, you are very vulnerable in there. So you can also hit the jump button when you're hanging on here to do the jump off of it, right? And I think those are the only ones that are affected. Oh, okay, so the roll get up, you climb a little slower as well, it looks like. What about just tilting up? Yeah, see, even when I tilt up, I climbed up a little bit slower. So when you're, all options are slower on the ledge once over 100%.
Oh, really? Okay.
Chat. Okay, that's good stuff. And then you can also come out of here and double jump still. So that's really important. So if you're hanging from the ledge like this, you can double jump after a certain amount of time. Right? Normally you can double jump right away, like this. Mm-hmm. But if you do the jump off the ledge, you can't. However, you can double jump right away. So one of the things about the ledge is you'll notice that when you're kind of near it, they kind of magnetize to it, right? Like when you're near it, there's like this range that they stick to it, right?
Yeah.
So remember when I said, why would you ever want to hit down? Because if you hit, is there actually a time limit in which you can hang on the ledge?
I think so, right?
Oh, okay. I don't think I ever knew that there's a time limit. Wow, that's actually really cool.
Wow,
okay.
So we've taught each other so much today.
Yes,
I didn't know about that.
But the most important trick is dropping double jump. You can double jump right away if you drop. And remember when I told you grab the ledge, you become invincible, right? So with characters that have a particularly fast double jump, they can do this a lot and stay invincible while clinging the ledge. And so there is that little period of time where you're vulnerable. But if your opponent is trying to edge guard you properly, you can do a lot of things. You can keep jumping up and turning yourself invincible a little bit to save yourself. Ooh, stage spiking. I want to talk about that too. Spiking is really cool. There's just certain moves that when they hit you in a different direction. So jump up in the air and hit me with down A. So hit down on the C stick, basically, right? So when I'm in the air, just like hit me down with this, jump and hit down on the C stick. So, get above me and hit me. Okay. Boom. You see how fast I got hit down? So if you're chasing someone who's at the edge of the screen, you can actually chase them and spike them into the ground.
Right.
There's a technique that you can recover from a spike really fast. I don't remember how it is. I don't remember what exactly how that works. But there are some characters with really good spikes.
Uh-huh.
There are some, like, for example, Fox and Falco, if they hit you with that D-air at the sweet spot, they will spike you down and kill you. So
Right. Okay.
you can't do it on smash. Oh, only on meteor smashes. Okay, that's right. So there's a difference between meteor smashing and spiking.
Okay.
And spikes you cannot recover from, but meteor smashes you can, right? Oh, so not Fox. So Falco's is a spike, and then Fox's is not a spike. Okay, gotcha, guys. Thanks for clearing that up. But another really important tactic, and one of my favorites actually, is ledge guarding.
Uh-huh.
Edge hogging, basically, right? So the thing about it is only one person can grab a ledge at a time, right? So in a lot of situations where, for example, I'm just at range to grab the ledge, this is a really bad character to do this because she... like that, right? So that was perfect distance, right?
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I can do. So what you would do as Samus is that you would turn around quickly, do a short hop, and like fast fall onto the ledge, basically. And then from that situation, I can't grab the ledge.
Right.
And so basically, I will die in that situation. Oh, Sheik. Sheik is really good at that, huh? Oh, see, but I'm not short hopping there. Ugh. I am super bad at this game, as people can tell already.
Yeah, we're both awful.
But, basically edge hogging is a really crucial strategy. And so, here's the cool thing about it is, there's so many characters with all these different techniques, right? So, for example, like, let's say, let me switch back to Zelda here, right? I have, is she a good character for this? Okay, so my towards B, I can actually float. See how it kind of makes me float like this when I'm falling a little bit?
Yeah.
Right, so my towards B can actually be used to help me get back on the stage so long as I'm not under. If I'm knocked really high up and far up like this, I can actually use the towards B to get me back in, to help me get back in. Mm-hmm. But hers, leaves her vulnerable afterwards.
I see.
Up B also works because I can aim up B in any direction I want to go, so I can even up B downwards like that, right? So, Sheik's up B is particularly good because she does that little hop before she teleports, right? So, like that. And I think, is Sheik one of the people who can grab the edge with her towards B? I don't think so. Can I? Maybe I can. Can Sheik grab the forward with the wall with the forward B? No. Okay, that's only in Brawl. Okay. Some people can. Samus can. She has the throw. If you use the throw button, you can actually grab the... Oh. Yeah. There you go. And then you hit a button, you zip yourself in there like that. Yep. So some characters have that. Link has that as well with his chain. Mm-hmm. So some characters have different throw ranges too. Like Samus, her throw range is much farther like that, right? But obviously slower to come out. Right. So in other words, if I know you're going to throw and I dodge it, boom, I get to kill you. I get to do whatever I want there.
But that's not the toward B, though. That's throw.
Right. So hers, you can't do it. Now, of course, edge hogging can be a little bit tricky. Because against characters like Fox and Falco, they're up and B, or like Samus, for example, her up and B is the screw attack, right? It's hitting the entire time it's going up. Right. So if I ledge guard like this, your up and B will hit me off of the ledge, and then you will be able to grab the ledge. Right. Right? So that's why it's really important to see if you can time it just right to grab the ledge, turn yourself invisible to go through their attack, and edge guard that way. And so you see a lot of times people try to do this and ledge guard them, And that's why it's really key that you can alter the timing of your up and B. So you can do it late, you can do it early. Again, very fluid game, very liquid game. You can do it at all sorts of different timings. So you can try to keep your opponent guessing the time to try to get the ledge guard. But then if you try to wait, then they can come after you and get into the air and hit you with a move and then save themselves afterwards.
Right.
So I'm not good at this at all, but you can see people like hit you and then get back to the ledge themselves, right? So they'll hit you with something like that and then save themselves. And this is my favorite part of Smash, when you see someone jump way out there, or like over here, I kick you, and then they still manage to get back to the ledge.
Yeah.
People have gotten so good at knowing the limits of where they can get back in that you'll see people go way out here, kick them,
I love like
and
this,
then
like, boom, like, right?
Yeah, and then they still make it back. And Samus can even drop a few bombs to get herself going forward like this before she up and Bs.
Right.
So that's like, honestly, like one of my favorite parts of the game.
I definitely agree.
Is watching that part. And then you'll see a lot of people like and you know, there's different heights too. If they're trying to get back to the ledge over here, like, and they're right about where I am, like up here, like there, that's a completely different strategy than if you think that they're going to try to get back to the ledge and they're over here, right? Or if they're falling really low on the stage, it's a different strategy when they're trying to get back from over here as well. Because when they're down there, you want to, like, if they're trying to come from over here, you're going to try to hit them before they grab the ledge. You, like, for example, characters like Marth have that ability to outreach that magnet ledge grabbing distance. So you can try to hit them there, right?
Right, that makes sense.
So from that distance here, if I know you're waiting for me, I can actually just try to get away from it a little bit, right? And then I talked about how, oh geez, I just remembered something that I wanted to talk about. I forgot what it was. Oh, that's right. Remember how I told you when you hold the button, like this, like you're obvious, people can dodge you very easily and stuff like that. This becomes particularly useful for edge guarding because they're at the mercy of trying to get back on the stage.
Right.
So characters like Marth can just sit there and hold this, and then once you get into range, they can let go at any time. So they can adjust to your timing by holding the smash attack like this, right? So that actually becomes super useful for edge guarding in this situation. Then the opponent will try to like fall, like maybe they're tumbling and they'll fall a little lower to make sure they avoid it, and then grab the ledge after they whiff their attack. You know, there's just so many different ways to move around the ledge. So air dodging is also a recovery option. Yeah, if you air dodge into the ledge, is that the way it worked? Can you air dodge into the ledge or no? Can you do that? I just want to make sure. Oh, no, you can't. Looks like
somebody made it up.
Yeah, say everyone's saying no. But yeah, you can do it above it just to get onto the ground like this. So for example, so if they're charging up that ledge like that, you can do this.
Right.
And then they let go and you get through.
That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And see, dude. So again, this is why I like this game so much, because there's so many options. It's so fluid. There's so many different ways to do the same thing. So getting back to the ledge is like super immaculate, like in terms of strategy. You have, some people have dash B moves, Peach can float, you know, Jigglypuff can jump multiple times, you know, and then I can air dash back on there. I can fast fall a little bit just to get myself under your attacks. I can do this kind of thing. You know, there's just so many different ways. And so we'll see this a lot in the matches next week that we go through with Bobby, with Scar. So he's going to be coming on, and we're going to watch a bunch of high-level matches. In fact, the Smash community voted on the ones they wanted to see.
Oh, really?
And then we can actually check those out when we get a chance, and then we'll see a lot of high-level stuff, and then we'll pause every once in a while, rewind back and forth, and so we can see how, like, the strategy of how people are trying to dodge each other at the ledges and stuff. But ledge play is super crucial in this game. I mean, it's it's the crux of the game, in my opinion. Like, there's obviously a lot of things you can do in the neutral game, and a lot of people are going to tell me that there's a lot more things more important than ledge guarding, but to me, that's where I get the most enjoyment out of, is watching the ledge battles.
Alright, makes sense.
Yeah.
I think what I enjoy watching the most is the air footsies. I just feel like that's really interesting. Like, if you have, like, a Jigglypuff or something, and she's just constantly, like, you know, doing little, like, back kicks. I just think that's really fun to watch. It looks like it's a blast to play, honestly.
This game, I mean, honestly, I've never played this game competitively.
Yeah.
And Blasphemy, I always played free-for-all, you know?
Yeah.
And with items and stuff like that. And I played time. I didn't even play stock.
You were a crazy man.
Yeah, I played default settings, because that was default settings, right?
Oh, okay,
so, yeah. So that's the way I played the game. But, even as a person who's never really played competitive Smash, never got into competitive Smash, you know, actually playing it and stuff like that, I definitely have a strong appreciation when I watch it because of the manicness of the game and the pace of the game.
It's so fast.
Yeah.
Like, our horrible play does not obviously do it any justice, because when people are playing this well, it's really a quick game.
Yeah,
the movement speed is so sick, the decision making is really fast. It's good.
Yeah, I'm trying my shuffles. Yeah, baby. There you go. Okay. But
so, like James was saying, we'll get into the fancier stuff next week. We just wanted to have some basics, get all the ground rules set out first.
Right.
I don't really think that we can do characters even, because we probably just don't know.
I mean, I know what they do, obviously, because I've played every character 496 times,
right.
You know, but I don't know their high-level stuff.
Right, yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm missing a lot of things, like, you know, the fact that Fox's down air was not a spike, you know, things like that. I'm obviously going to get wrong.
Right, and me too.
Yeah. But I'm not worried about it too much. We're going to see a lot of high-level play next week from a lot of the characters.
Right.
And so, unfortunately, you know, we should have did this before Zenith so people could watch Zenith and get a lot of footage.
That would have been smart, yeah.
But you know what? Definitely check out the archives. Guys, who streamed it?
It was Clash Tournaments.
Clash Tournaments. Go check out their archives. Watch the archives there and watch some of the play. And every time I watch match, I mean, when we had it at Evo East and Evo West, we were at Evo East. And I remember Evo East Coast is a very Marvel 2 heavy location. And when we were there, all the Marvel players got mad hype over this game because it was just so fast, and throughout the entire weekend, it had the nickname of Marvel Jr.
There's definitely a similarity in the way that the speed and air movement happens.
Yeah.
You
guys, there actually was an Evo East and an Evo West and an Evo.
Oh, people don't know about this? Yeah.
Yeah, some people are like, Evo West, also known as Evo. No, there actually was an Evo East, Evo West, Ice Climbers Infinite. Yeah, I don't know how to do that, so...
I only pick characters that have a good red color.
Really? So if they don't have a red color, you won't pick them, huh? Interesting.
Take this.
Bop.
Oh, yeah? Well, watch this, huh? Will you quit firing me? Oh, man, I had the 8 even.
Did you bucket? Did you can you grab this with the bucket?
Oh, I just had the 9. Wait, what?
Beep. Yeah, grab my fireball with your bucket from a screen away. Oops. Oh, I guess you can't grab this thing, huh? Oh, I have to let it go, I see. Okay. See if you can grab the explosion. No, I guess you can't grab... Oh, there it is, right there.
No, that's not true. I don't actually only play characters with a good red color. But game designers are generally intelligent enough to put in
always put in a blue.
red color.
I agree, yeah.
There's usually a red color.
Blue is always popular.
And to the extent there's not, I'm sorry, I won't play Super Turbo Ryu. I just won't do it.
Because he's no red?
That's why I play Ken rather instead.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Color is very important, guys. Seriously. So, grab my fireball with your bucket. But yeah, no, this is a really fun game. I hope when people watch it at Evo, they'll have a great time. And seriously, next week when we get Bobby on here, when we get Scar on here to go over stuff. Okay, would you guys... Me and my friend had an epic argument about this move. I always called it like flipping pancakes and trying to hit you with pancakes. My friend insisted they were bacon.
It's not bacon either.
Are they bacon or are they or are they more like bacon or more like pancakes?
They're neither. It's just pasta.
Everyone's calling it bacon.
It's pasta.
Oh, wow. This is actually a common thing? Someone said, oh, God, not this.
Look, it's not...
Is this actually a thing?
Well, I can tell you what's not a thing, is nobody thinks it's pancakes. Nobody thinks it's pancakes.
Pasta in a pan, really, Dave?
It's pasta.
That's what people are saying, dude. This is a thing. Wow. Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, but nobody says that it's pancakes. I guarantee you.
Here, throw it again. Oh, it is sausage links. Look at that.
Yeah, it's definitely sausage.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Okay, so me and my friend were both wrong.
I don't know why would you think that it's pancakes? Look, you can clearly see that there's. How do you zoom? I don't remember. Is it like Z or something?
It's like.
There's some way. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Like you see how it's like clearly there's the little demarcation between the two?
I never noticed that before. I honestly never did.
Really?
I've never zoomed in on the pancake.
Look at that.
Or on the sausage links, I should say.
Look, it's right there.
So, okay. Fair enough.
Also, he's from a series of games, the Game & Watch
It was
games.
from Chef.
Did you, like, I had a Game & Watch.
I had 3. I loved Game & Watch.
Yeah, I did
They were
too.
at my time. They were proper for my age.
I know. Yeah, they were a little old for me, but I did happen to have one for some reason.
Yeah, I had 3 Game & Watches because I had Lion, I had Parachute, and I had Mario Brothers.
Yeah, I had Mario Bros. Too.
Yeah, Mario Brothers was the best, seriously. So
Yeah. Man, nobody even knows, I bet. Hey, Kelly, have you ever heard of Game & Watches?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
she knows Game & Watches.
Yeah, I guess she's a gamer. She's
Yeah,
one of these
exactly.
hardcore people who play games. God.
Parachute, dude, I was so obsessed with those Game & Watches, I swear. Because those were my Game Boy in the old days. That was all I had.
Yeah.
So,
it was so sick, dude. They were see-through.
Dude, you know what
How
the
rad.
worst thing was? Is when Mario Brothers was when we first got it, me and my brother would play 2 players. We would team up and both control one screen. How much cheating is that, dude?
It's pretty sick.
It is pretty cheating, so...
Anyway, it's clearly not pancakes. But...
Okay. But I only thought they were pancakes because, it's in a pan and you flip pancakes, right?
Well, you can make lots of things in a pan.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
What, have people never put pasta in a pan?
I've put pasta in a pan. I have.
Come on.
Before. I have before. I don't do it very often.
No, I mean, but for certain dishes, you're gonna make pasta. After you make it, you're gonna put it in a pan.
Tiger
for
Electronics, dude. That's crap compared to Game & Watches, dude. It's all about.
Oh, Tigers? Get out of here, man! When I saw those things advertised on TV, even at a young age, I remember feeling sorry for all the kids who were gonna get swindled into getting those things. Like some of their grandparents would be like, "Oh, a little game.
Whoops, sorry, you guys.
I bet Billy's gonna enjoy this game." I always felt sorry for him because getting a Tiger.
Dude,
was
I had
just,
this really cheesy
sucked.
Galaxians game where you could actually control the aliens and Galaxian on the other side, so you could play 2 players. But there was 8 Galaxians in one ship, but the other Galaxians were all completely useless, right? So it always ended up 1v1. The other guys had nothing to do with anything. And then you would just basically, the Galaxian would just go one space away from the bottom and mash the fire button, and the cannon just had to time it just right to get in there, shoot him. And
yeah, right.
Yeah, it was really stupid.
I definitely had 6 of those tigers.
You had some Tigers, Kelly?
I had 6.
Wow.
Who got them for you?
My dad.
Dude,
And my mom.
Your dad has lost all of his nerd cred right now. No, I was kidding. But yeah, no. Yeah, so I mean, we're done with the game probably, and next week we will have Scar. This is going to be a disaster next week. I'm telling you right now because he's in Northern California.
Mm-hmm.
He will not be coming to Southern California.
Right.
So we will be Skyping and trying to use something called Watch Together.
Okay.
That syncs YouTube videos between multiple viewers in different places.
Have you ever tried that?
A bunch of the Smash guys tried it, and they said it indeed worked. So we are going to be doing that next week to watch some Smash videos with Scar, and we will be going over that. So, and yep, this will be cool.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to be asking questions the whole time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's basically what's going to happen. Is we're going to be able to ask him questions.
Yeah,
and just try to point out, because the other thing too is that the reason why it's important to have us go over it with Scar is that since we don't know the game as well, there's going to be a lot of things that a lot of Smash players are going to see, and it's just second nature to them.
Right, of course.
So for us, we can be like, wait, hang on, what just happened here? You know? And unlike a lot of the other games that we go over, where we go over the basics, they're brand new games. We don't know a lot. There isn't any high-level play out there.
That's true.
Smash Brothers has evolved already. I mean, this game hasn't stopped being playing. It's, what, like 12 years old now or something crazy like that? Yeah. So, we already have amazing high-level play. We can go over that, and hopefully what that will do is help increase your enjoyment factor of watching Smash footage at EVO.
That's right.
So
that'll be next week. By the way, we're going to have a normal show tomorrow on Tuesday. Whatever we normally do on Tuesdays.
Yeah. We'll decide
Super
5
Bowl
minutes
or something.
before,
Yeah, definitely we'll do that.
5 minutes
but
before.
we are actually planning ahead for next week, next Monday, like James said. So
Yeah.
tune in at 8 o'clock Pacific time for that.
Yeah, sorry guys again for starting so late. It took me a while to get this. I'm not actually even streaming directly. I'm like playing the game on another program and capturing that game, that program to get the image on there. So
that's pretty smart.
I had to really MacGyver it together.
It was good.
But yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. And seriously, honestly, like thank you chat for correcting a lot of the things that we got wrong, because we got a lot of stuff wrong. So and that's to be expected, because we're not experts at this game. We do not profess to be experts at this game. No. So, yeah. But, yeah, so tune in tomorrow for the regular Tuesday show. And next week we'll have Scar on here to go over the high-level match videos.
All right. See you then.
All right. Peace out, guys. And I'm going to do that weird, awkward, delayed exit that we always do. Okay.